Hello, everyone. Welcome to DevTalks. Today, we really want to go into something that has been on people's mind lately, and that's Google Stadia. It has been a very interesting topic and a new direction for gaming in general. And we wanted to discuss the possibilities and what is going to turn out into. Now, Ivo, you actually had the chance and opportunity to try it out.
Yes, I only played with the Chrome browser on my computer because I got the buddy pass from someone, so that's 3 months of Stadia Pro free. So I don't have the controller, don't have the Chromecast, don't have the correct phone, so there's that. But what I did play was Destiny 2 on first my dad's computer, which is a very older computer, and it ran fine, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the image quality dropped just a little bit, but that's sure.
Okay.
It doesn't really bother me because the UI doesn't look that sharp, but you're still playing on a very shitty computer. So
Yeah, that's kind of the prawn of the whole thing. The
yeah,
pro.
and when I'm playing on my own computer, I'm like, why am I playing this online? I've such a powerful computer and I'm playing something online that's just not necessary. So it's not for me, but I think there is actually a big market for people like my uncle. That's the one who gave me the buddy pass. But like he went to a conference, and so he was in his hotel, and he was still able to play games on his very very bad laptop, his work laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the biggest draws for this kind of tech.
Yes, yes. Now that you mention it, even it's kind of really for people who don't want to make any kind of investment in a console. Like,
Yeah,
still,
exactly.
you could play maybe the Switch in this kind of situation. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're not that big of a gamer person, why would you? Like, if you don't want to switch.
Yeah,
It,
exactly. And I think they should have at least launched with every phone working and normal Chromecasts, but then just low quality on your TV.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
such a pity that they don't do that, because now
Mm-hmm.
probably my subscription will end and I'm not gonna renew it, and still haven't tried it on the TV.
There have been a lot of different people complaining about different variety and experiences with Stadia. One of the main things that people have been experiencing is lag and input from the controllers. This mostly relates to the streaming quality. I believe it is a consistent thing, which could technically ruin your experience with a title. And that is where I believe the ball was a little bit dropped, just a little bit though, not entirely. Uh, I feel like they could have handled this better, honestly.
Yeah, really.
Uh, yes, we're gonna compare it to something in the end, but there have also been instances of people complaining about the device overheating.
All right.
We,
Yeah, that's
yes,
weird, but sure.
it is. It is. I have seen Spawnwave and such trying to manage it and trying to cool it down. Which, sure, it works, but those are uh, do-it-yourself tricks that I don't
Mm-hmm.
think the consumers should be forced to handle. And especially if they're going for that market directly, it could really affect their opinion, not on the product itself, but on the whole market, really. As in, like, wow, this is not working for some reason, especially if you're just kind of just getting into it, which uh, that's their kind of idea, trying to get a lot of people who are gonna go in by their branding in a way. Like, it's Google, come on.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Google
it's gonna be
actually does
awesome.
make it extremely simple to start this game up. It's just you open the app, click play, you're in.
Hmm. Those are good, like, simple UI. Like, I looked at, I think it's not really the most attractive thing I've seen ever, and
No, not really.
maybe it's just lacking because there's not that much stuff at this point. Like
Mm-hmm.
it could improve with time, but that's kind of the problem as well. You're trying to sell something new. You want it to be good off the bat. Uh, in that way, we can kind of transition over into the pricing, as in for for the starter kit, and it is like
Founders
it's
edition.
founders
Yes.
edition. Yes, it's it's $130 and €130, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm not
think
sure.
it's equal. And
Okay,
that
yes.
gives you the controller, the new Chromecast Ultra, which does work with Google Stadia already, and Buddy Pass and normal subscription for yourself. Not sure for how long, but
Yes, yes, and that's including the device, which you've said has experienced some sorts of malfunctions in a way, which is kind of a shame. Quality, from what I've seen, although I have not held in my hands, it seems to be working fine.
mm-hmm.
Just not the top quality. Maybe you're paying for 130, but fair enough. And the big problem for me with this whole thing is you're starting off with two games, which they're both old games essentially. Nothing groundbreaking. Uh, while Destiny seems to run fairly well,
Destiny
uh,
2 is new.
but it's still nothing new considering this is supposed to be
No,
something brand new, and you're supposed to
they
push
should
it
have this really unique game for Google Stadia, which is the actual Google
exactly.
Stadia draw then. Because Destiny 2 sure has a big fan base, but
Yes.
as much as I've played, it doesn't seem that much different from the Destiny 1. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Sekira's Samurai Showdown, which is a
Yeah.
really weird pick for me.
Yeah, I'm probably not even gonna play it.
Yeah, it
Just
just it
no.
doesn't make sense. And most of the games, sure, there are some price cuts, but most of the games are full price, and they're games that have been out for a pretty long time.
Yeah, like
And
Tomb Raider, the first one.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
still $20 there, and then
mhm,
$10 for the Google Stadia Pro people.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
sure, but it's also gonna be free next month, which is weird then. But
I mean, they're just trying to put stuff out there. I feel like if they had like a few exclusives, which is how this, it's how consoles have sold since the age old. You
yeah,
have a good exclusive, and you guarantee yourself a solid bunch of like shipments and sales throughout.
yeah. Look at Nintendo. So many
Yeah,
exclusives, so many sales.
even PlayStation. I mean, Xbox unfortunately has not been having that kind of luck with
No.
exclusive, but uh, talking about Microsoft and such, a good comparison to Stadia would be XCloud, which it's not launching. I think it's one of its stages, but I've heard some people compare it to Stadia, and that thing is starting off with 50 games.
Yeah. Is
Just
it? Do you get like their Game Pass, or is it another
yeah, it's the
selection?
ga- it's the Game Pass, and you can
Mm.
play it like on all of the different Microsoft products. You can play it on computer, you can play it on your Xbox if you want to, if you have it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame because like overall, I feel like that could be the definitive experience for players who want to try out uh, just gaming anywhere, like as a streaming service as whole. It's gonna be interesting when that comes out.
Yeah, and
But
also
for
it might be worth comparing Stadia to
mhm.
specific getting a library of games for a limited amount of time.
Oh
Because
yes,
that's
yes,
I wouldn't pay for Stadia Pro if you just get 4K because I don't even have 4K monitor or TV. Probably
exactly,
not even the
yes.
internet. But if I just get for $10 a month, I get this huge library of AAA games and whatever. Might be worth
Hmm.
it, but it doesn't.
Hmm.
So probably not gonna buy it again. And
Yeah,
I was actually
yeah.
considering trying the Game Pass for Windows. It was in beta, I think, for a few euros per month, and you
Hmm.
got like all the games.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, and it's just it feels like Google went into this kind of not knowing exactly what it wanted to do. Maybe just and it felt like it didn't do its research well enough, and now it's just not managing to hit it out the park. But yeah, that is going to be pretty much it for this time.
Gonna be playing some more
Uh,
Google Stadia,
yes,
a little bit.
and, and if anything comes up, we'll make sure to mention it in the future. Any
Yes,
rounding thoughts?
I think Google Stadia is a good thing, but it just hasn't been executed correctly. At least everything around the thing is bad, but then the actual functionality, it's there. So yeah,
It's an interesting idea. I don't know if the future of gaming is actually streaming, but
no,
it's
it will be a separate thing.
yeah, it's something that's only the future will tell.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, that will be all for this time on DevTalks, and I hope that you will join next time.